I think the cyber threat to business is very real, and actually I think it's been real for a very long time. Obviously some of the recent high profile cases in the media have brought that to the awareness of a wider population. So in our business, we help companies look at cybersecurity in a number of different ways. So at Fedr8 specifically, what we're doing is we're helping people really understand how the new uses of technology with things like cloud and mobility are actually widening the attack surface for organisations to be exposed to cybersecurity threats. So one of the things that we're really involved in quite regularly is helping organisations to better understand how their employees are using technology, and therefore what that exposure is to them from a cybersecurity risk. So it's very real. I think there is an awareness, but similarly I think there's a lot of work to go for business to really fully appreciate the exposure in what's quite a dynamic environment today. I'm not sure I would say the rogue employee. Obviously, the NSA incident suggests, that really highlights the role of a rogue employee. But I actually think the employee and the internal threat today is actually higher than the external threat. And it's not necessarily malicious intent from an employee in the case of the NSA breach, but actually people's just lack the general awareness of security and data security within the business, more so than malicious threats. That said, the external threat is growing. I read a statistic recently, it's grown about 50% year on year. So I think there will come a point where that levels out, but certainly in our experience today, what we see the biggest threat is actually the internal organisation. We believe the cloud is infinitely more secure than many organisations' internal technology delivery. And the reason for this is, again, it's about the value of information to the businesses that are delivering these services, and actually the investment they can make in security. If you take some of the large technology companies that are delivering cloud services today, their investment from physical, human and digital security is often way in excess of anything that our clients would have internally. Now, that said, that doesn't absolve you as a consumer of cloud from your responsibility. And if we look at some of the recent activity and some of the recent well-publicised breaches, actually they've been purported as cloud computing breaches, but actually if you look at the root cause, you could point to the fact that passwords were not well managed, or internal employees had allowed access to their systems through people they shouldn't have. So in the main, our opinion is cloud is in many cases much more secure environment for delivering and operating a technology service. But absolutely you need to be aware of your role in ensuring that. And any other third party, albeit a cloud provider or anyone in the supply chain within your organisation that may have access to information assets, you should treat in exactly the same way. I think it is, yeah, absolutely. It's for want of a better phrase, an arms race, because what we're seeing is the sophistication of the way that cyber terrorists can actually attack your business is evolving at a very high pace. I think there are organisations that are actually being funded to support the development of these processes and sophisticated approaches. And I think the reality is that, as an organisation, you should establish processes and procedures that are based on the fact that you will be attacked. And it's not just about how do we protect our data, but actually in the event that we do have a security breach, how do we actually understand what's happened? How do we rectify that situation? I think the single biggest improvement people can make is to make security everyone's responsibility within the organisation. It's not just an IT issue, it's not just a boardroom issue, it's the responsibility of everyone in the business to play their part in ensuring the security of the information asset.